Hey guys, Saran here. So I saw a recent post on Stroke Foundation and it made me think about my first week, but actually, I can probably say my first year was pretty much all the same. My stroke was 9 years ago in 2013 and I was fit and healthy and I ended up in hospital. They thought it might have been a migraine because that can sometimes present as stroke symptoms, and I didn't have any pre-existing conditions, so why would I be having a stroke? So when they ended up telling us, and because I was completely paralyzed on my left, wasn't working at all, like there was nothing. And I sort of thought, that's okay, like I'm fine, my mind's still fine, I have to go and work. And I remember opening up my computer and just seeing stuff, and I think I slept for the next day. I thought who I was pre-stroke, or post-stroke for, well, longer than a year, but we're just going to talk about sort of grief and acceptance. And I just remember thinking, no, I can still see who I was, and I can still remember what I thought. Nothing's changed for me because it was just physical. And I just kept thinking, no, it's okay. I'll get back to my arm working again, which obviously it's not, and my leg, and I'll get back to being me. For 1 year, and I'm just going to sort of just limit it to the 1 year, or else this video could go forever. For 1 year, I fought that, and I also fought the fact that I was disabled. Like, I just smashed it and just kept going, kept fighting, kept doing therapy because I kept thinking, no, I'm going to get better. And when I think back on that time, I wish someone had spoken to me who'd had a stroke at the same, or had a stroke, because they could have told me that it was going to be okay. I found that 4 years later with the Genius Network, when I met Caleb Rickson, and then I met everyone else in the community. And for me, like, I just wished I'd had something like that, or I wish I'd even, posted on Facebook and social media and heard from other people, but I didn't. And, I think that really limited my advancement on my rehabilitation mentally. Certainly, mentally, probably not as much physically, because I think I probably would have done exactly the same physically, but I wasn't in the right headspace. I couldn't deal with the fact that I had a stroke, and I sort of kept thinking, no, that's okay, I'll be okay. But I'm not that person, and I will never be the person that I was before. I still have the same traits. I still have certain things that I've actually sort of gone, you know what, these are the things that I want from pre-stroke. They're the ones that I don't want, and I'm going to bring these with me. And so for me, the first year of, sort of smashing it was, it was hard. There was that acceptance level, or the denial and grief, and I'll get into that on another video because, again, there's so much more to talk about. But, I think it's great to reach out to people, because I didn't. And I wonder, what helped you sort of advance in your, I say recovery, but in your journey, because recovery, it can sometimes be seen as sort of an end game, and it's not really an end game with stroke. It's just a continual journey. So what really helped you in those early days, if you think about it, or even what would have helped you? So I'd love to hear more. Let me know. See you later.